Hello my friends, welcome back to Simply Listen. I'm Aria. Today we are going to learn English with a special technique called shadowing. If you are new here, let me explain quickly. Shadowing is when you listen to someone speaking English and try to repeat exactly what they say, copying the tone and the rhythm. It helps your pronunciation, your listening, and your confidence, all at the same time. Here's how to use this video. First, just listen to the story. Later, I will give you key phrases to repeat after me. It's completely okay if you don't get it perfect the first time. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Today's story is called Broken English, Unbroken Will. I want to tell you about a young woman named Mai, who moved to a new country with very little English, and about one single job interview that changed everything for her. Are you ready? Let me tell you her story. Mai is sitting outside the office building, and her hands are shaking. Today is the day of her very first job interview in English. She has her resume, she has her notes, and she has practiced her sentences maybe 100 times in the mirror at home. She checks her phone. 9:55. 5 minutes left. She whispers her introduction one more time. My name is Mai. I am from a small town. I want to work here very much. It sounds okay in her head. But her English is not perfect, and she knows it. She moved to this country only 8 months ago. She understands much more than she can speak. When she reads, everything is clear. But when she opens her mouth, the words get stuck, like traffic on a busy road. A woman opens the door. She smiles at Mai. Mai, she asks. Come in, please. We are ready for you. Mai's heart beats fast. She stands up, and she follows the woman inside. The office is bright and quiet. 3 people sit behind a long table. A man in the middle looks at Mai's resume, then looks at her. Good morning, Mai, he says. Please, sit down. Tell us a little about yourself. Mai takes a breath. She remembers her practiced sentence. Good morning, she says. My name is Mai. I come from small town. I learn English 8 months. I want work here very much. The room is quiet for a second. Mai notices her mistake immediately. She forgot 4 before 8 months. She forgot the S on month. Her face feels hot. The man nods slowly. That's good, Mai. Take your time. There is no rush here. His voice is kind, but she still feels embarrassed. She looks down at her hands. The interview continues. They ask Mai questions about her old job, about her skills, about why she wants to work at their company. Every answer, she thinks carefully in her head first, translating slowly from her first language into English, word by word. Sometimes the words come out wrong. She says I am work 5 year instead of I worked for 5 years. She says yesterday I go instead of yesterday I went. Each mistake feels like a small stone dropping in her stomach. She wants to stop. She wants to apologize and leave. But she remembers something her English teacher told her before she left her country. Her teacher said, "My, mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is your enemy. Speak anyway." So Mai keeps speaking. Slowly. Imperfectly. But she keeps going. One of the women at the table, she has kind eyes, leans forward. "Mai," she says gently, "can you tell us about a difficult problem you solved at your last job?" This question is harder. Mai needs more words than before. She takes a deep breath. "At my last job," she begins slowly, "one time, the computer system is broken. Everyone is very worried. I do not panic. I call my manager. I explain problem clear. We fix it together in 2 hours. She stops. She knows the computer system is broken should be the computer system was broken. She knows 2 hours should be 2 hours. But she finished the story. She told them what happened. The man in the middle writes something on his paper. Mai cannot tell if it is good or bad. Near the end of the interview, the kind-eyed woman asks one more question. "Mai, your English is still developing," she says carefully. "How do you feel about that, working in a job where you will speak English every day?" This question surprises Mai. Nobody has asked her this directly before. Her mind goes empty for a second. Then, slowly, the honest words come. "My English is not perfect," she says. "I know this. Every day, I make mistake. But every day, also, I get little better. Last month, I could not say this sentence. Today, I say it, even with mistake. I think." She pauses, searching for the right word. "I think broken English is still English. It is still communication. It is still me, trying." The room is quiet again. But this silence feels different from before. Softer. The man in the middle smiles for the first time. "That's a very good answer, Mai," he says. "Thank you for coming today. We will call you by Friday." She shakes their hands. Her hand is still a little shaky, but she smiles too. Mai walks outside, and the cool air touches her face. She doesn't know if she got the job. She made many mistakes in there, grammar mistakes, missing words, wrong verb tenses. Her English was far from perfect. But something inside her feels different. Lighter. For the first time since she arrived in this new country, she did not stay silent out of fear. She spoke, mistakes and all, and the world did not end. Nobody laughed at her. Nobody looked at her with disappointment. They simply listened, patiently, to what she was trying to say. 3 days pass. Mai checks her phone constantly. On Friday afternoon, it finally rings. She recognizes the number from the interview. "Hello, Mai," the voice says. "It's the kind-eyed woman. We would like to offer you the position. Your English needs practice, yes, but your determination is exactly what we are looking for. Welcome to the team." My sits down slowly on her bed, phone still in her hand, and for a moment, she cannot speak at all, not because of broken English this time, but because her heart is too full of feelings. So, what can we learn from Mai's story? First, mistakes during speaking are not failures. They are simply part of the process. Mai made many grammar mistakes in her interview. She missed important small words. Her tenses were often wrong. But she kept speaking anyway, and her honest effort mattered more than perfect grammar. Second, silence is often more costly than mistakes. If Mai had stayed quiet out of fear, she would never have gotten that job. Her willingness to speak imperfectly opened a door that perfect silence never could have opened. And this is the most important lesson of all: your English does not need to be perfect today. It only needs to be a little better than yesterday. Broken English, spoken with an unbroken will to keep trying, will always take you further than perfect English that never leaves your mouth. Now I want you to think about this. Have you ever been afraid to speak English because you thought your grammar wasn't good enough? What happened? Tell me in the comments below. Now let's look at some useful phrases and vocabulary from Mai's story. These are words and expressions you can use in interviews, at work, or in daily conversations. Phrases for job interviews. Tell us a little about yourself. A common opening question in almost every interview. Repeat after me. Tell us a little about yourself. Take your time. There is no rush. A kind phrase someone might say if you need a moment to think. Repeat after me. Take your time. There is no rush. Can you tell us about a difficult problem you solved? A very common interview question. Repeat after me. Can you tell us about a difficult problem you solved? Vocabulary. Resume a document listing your work experience and skills. Example: Mai brought 2 copies of her resume to the interview. Determination, a strong decision to keep trying, even when something is hard. Example: her determination helped her succeed, even with broken English. Developing, still growing or improving, not finished yet. Example: my English skills are still developing. Silence, the state of not speaking at all. Example: silence will not help you improve your English. Speaking will. Imperfectly, done with mistakes, not perfectly. Example: she spoke imperfectly, but she spoke with confidence. Let's practice these phrases together. Repeat after me. Tell us a little about yourself. Take your time. Broken English is still English. Mistakes are not my enemy. Great job. Remember, these phrases and this story are useful not just for interviews, but for your whole English journey. Try using one of them today, out loud, even if it feels a little strange at first. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed my story and learned something new. You can watch this video as many times as you like. Repeating helps you improve your pronunciation, your rhythm, and most importantly, your confidence. If you found this video helpful, Please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who is learning English too, and don't forget to subscribe to Simply Listen. Before we go, let me leave you with this. Learning English is not about being perfect. It is about being willing to keep speaking, even when your English feels broken. Because a broken sentence, spoken bravely, will always take you further than a perfect sentence you were too afraid to say. Keep practicing. Stay determined. And I will see you in the next story.